let's have a chat. I've never had a pomegranate before. We're gonna try. I don't know. Okay. So, my store that I work at, one of the customers has a pomegranate tree, and I found this out literally like 2 days ago, that he brings pomegranates all the time, and I had no idea. I was just seeing so many coworkers like take home pomegranates, and I was like, for one, is everybody just buying pomegranates on break, or did everyone collectively agree to eat pomegranates and take them to work? And then I found out that, oh, I should probably get a towel. Because it's a little bloody. Just a little bit. Cool. Anyone knows any easier ways to do a pomegranates? Please let me know. This is like aesthetically pleasing right here, because it's just like all one little bulb. Anyways, yeah, so I just took like a few of them because I just assume that they're gonna go bad at some point, or not everybody's gonna want one. So why not? I just got back from work. At like 11, actually, it's 2 p.m. I don't know why I'm saying I just got back. I worked 7 to 11, and it was entirely busy today. I said, and you know what's funny is I also said that this was one of my first chill Mondays, and now people are probably thinking like, what is your definition of chill Monday? Because as a Starbucks barista, is it really a chill Monday? But it actually has been pretty chill, mostly because I'm just afraid it'll pop at me, and I think like pomegranates stain a little, and I just took a shower. Mostly because I think whoever had work today made it kind of like a chill shift, so to me, in my mind, it's chill, but I know that's not for everybody. But I was planning on working out today. We have like a bike here, so I was like, usually my Monday routine as follows is that I have some kind of morning work shift, and I'll come home, I'll work out for like an hour, watch some TV, have breakfast, or we'll have breakfast then work out. Kind of like a second breakfast, because I've decided I need to eat before I have these shifts, because throughout the whole day I'm just so moody to customers, and it is completely like not their fault sometimes. I am on a whole nother level, like do not disturb me. This is terrible. Yesterday, okay, so like 2 weeks ago, my sister gave me a shroom tea, like shrooms. Not like portobellos, but like wink wink, if you catch my drift. I've never tried it before, so I didn't really know what to expect, but I assumed it wasn't gonna be that bad because you know, I mixed cream and sugar, and it was just a tea set. I also thought like it was gonna be like a light dose too, so I was like, oh, maybe I'll feel something and it's done. And I had work, because this was yesterday, so I had work at 7, which meant I was gonna wake up at 6. So I was like, I have also plenty of time to like rest and recuperate and watch and like be ready in time. So I figured like, why not? And it was such a good day yesterday too. Just like mentally, I think, because ever since I am going so off topic right now, but I promise I will get back to the shroom tea. Ever since I graduated, and which was last May, I have been on this, ever since I graduated, and I've gone on birth control, which makes a huge difference. And ever since I got off, I feel like I've had this moment of like brain fog being wiped away. And I know it sounds weird, but I've heard a lot of TikToks where like that was the case. But in my mind, I'm like the type of person that's like, I have to see it to believe it. Like, I need to experience it to know that's actually something that I can tell people of what happened. And I know that's also like such a typical thing. But when I would watch TikTok videos, I was also like, where's your proof? Like, how do you know that once you take the birth control, you feel better? Like, that was just my mindset. And that's just because like I was on birth control. So I was negative like all the time. Because last semester, to be honest, the whole year, but in particular, last semester was truly kind of depressing. I didn't really do much. I kind of just pushed through my senior year and I didn't really enjoy it in the sense that like I should have like gone out, went to events, went to like graduate events. But I was so stressed because, you know, I had a car accident, and nothing bad in that car accident happened, but it was just the fact that like little minor inconveniences were happening, and I was so broke. Still I'm broke, but in the sense that like it was all happening at once, and I kept telling myself, which in return made me feel like this is why I was doing this. And a part of what I think was the birth control was the fact that I kept telling myself like, oh, bad things just happen to you. You emulate bad juju, you know? And that was such a bad mindset for me to be in. But I couldn't snap out of it. It was like the whole year. All of senior year, I was just like, you embody like bad luck. And anytime something bad would happen and someone was like, it's okay, like, you know, we can fix it. I'm like, no, like I knew it was gonna happen because bad luck happens to me. And I just straight up told people that, and they were just like, okay, sure. And I was like, it's true. Like, anything bad, like it's probably because of me. I did not know this piece was here. So basically, yeah. So like a lot of bad stuff happened. I ended up graduating, which was great, but it didn't feel as like monumental as I thought it was gonna be, you know, because I moved here from Texas and I set out on a mission to graduate. A lot of that might have been from like quarantine too, you know, going through like COVID and being home a lot, because I've definitely developed a fear, I want to say, of wanting to go out. And I know that's just like the introvertedness of myself kind of coming out more, but like I'm a really extroverted person. So it was really weird to me when like, you know, I really wanted to go out and do stuff, but my brain was like, you don't want to go out. Like, that doesn't sound fun. And then I'd be like, yeah, you're right, I don't want to do that. And I knew that had to be from something, if not like just from like depressive year. And on top of that, I was going through like so much hormones. So like, of course, once I got my birth control taken out, I thought like it was like a switch. And it was only for it was like a few days after I got it taken out that I started to notice things that would happen. Like I would go to work and it would be a bad and stressful day. And usually when that happens at work, I want to cry because I work at a very busy store. So once I got off, and then after a few days later, I noticed that like I would come back from work and I'd be like, yeah, I'm so tired, it was such a bad day. Or like things would happen whether it was like money, or like I felt so busy and I had so many like things to do. And normally in that mindset, I would be so like unmotivated to do anything. Like I never worked out anymore, and I used to be pretty consistent, or at least I'd go on walks, like therapeutic with music, or just going to the park, roller skating, and I just stopped all of it. So like as soon as I felt something in my head say like, oh, why do you feel this way? Like, what can we do to fix it? It was like I was talking with myself, because clearly I was on birth control for like 4 years since I moved here. So it was already the start of like, I haven't known what it was like to not like have that mindset since I had been here. After, you know, like working with Dr. Tara, my second job, and then Starbucks, and usually those things, it's kind of funny because the more I have on my plate, that's when the anxiety sets in, like most people. But it's more in the sense of like, I know how I can stop myself from constantly being so depressive and judgmental on myself by kind of telling myself like, why are you like this? And that's where I think the brain fog kind of like washed away, was it was like, if anything bad would happen, my mind didn't have any positive thoughts. It was only like, well, what are you gonna do about it? Nothing, probably. Like, you should go soul. Or like my mind would tell me those things. And it was like so weird. And guess what? I've talked like 10 minutes and I never talked about the shroom tea. But, you know what I did do? I finished. Are you gonna be a good kitty now? Hi. I wanted to go over some of my favorite skincares, because I'm an avid skincare lover, in the sense that I don't know if I use the right products for the right reasons. I'll read it and see if it works. But you know, like one time I used retinol and I made the mistake of using it like more than 3 times a week. And I'm pretty sure you're only supposed to use like 1 or 2 times a week. And I used it like 3 or 4. And then my face started peeling. And then I was just like, oh, retinol doesn't work on me. Until I found out that you're only supposed to use it a little bit. So I'm not saying I'm a skincare expert, but I will say I've tried so much skincare that I have favorites. And then I will also tell you about my lovely shroom tea journey. I don't have anything on right now. So the first thing that I start with is this one. This is, so I usually use Glow Recipes Watermelon Glow. A nice little Mia here. And I actually this wasn't my main one originally. Originally I used by Hero Cosmetics. I don't know if anyone knows what that is, but it's a Target brand, or not a Target brand, but it's a Target collaboration. But I found out about it through Target, and it is one of my all-time favorites. It started with pimple patches, and by the way, their pimple patches are amazing. I'm wearing one like right now. See, I have a lot of like acne scars right now because I pick at my face continuously. But see, I do like it because it has a nice like glow to it, and sometimes that's all I put on. And it has SPF. I believe in SPF, which is why I was gonna say Hero Cosmetics had this product that I'll show you, and it's called SPF Glow Stick. And I have like really oily skin, so, or at times, and it's prone to like acne through the oily skin a lot rather than dry skin. And it was just a godsend. Like sometimes that's all I would use is that stick. And I am someone who, when I go and buy skincare, I like it to already be there. Like I don't want to buy anything online because I'm so used to like, oh, it's almost out, I'll go run and get it and it's fine. But ordering the same day or ordering online, I'm just never sure if it's going to be there on time. And I care so much about like not getting any breakouts, which it's going to happen either way, but this is just my mentality that like I need to get it when it comes. That's why I use the Glow Recipe now. Just because it's like already handy and I can just go to Ulta, or actually I think it's a Sephora, or let's go let Glow Recipe does both now. Because fun fact, Ulta and Sephora, I found this out through TikTok, are owned by the same company, like the same general company, which means that like whether you buy at Ulta or Sephora, like the rewards are different, sure, but it goes to the same company. So I thought that was like weird but cool. I also found out through somebody that using SPF pretty often, like almost every day, as a skincare routine will actively prevent a lot of the acne breakouts, because you're supposed to, if you have really oily skin, you're supposed to not use drying out products and instead use moisturizing products. And I don't know the logic, which is why I'm not going to explain it and look like an idiot. I just saw a video of someone saying if you use dry out products on oily skin, it's most likely the reason as to why you break out more often. Anyways, I also use this one sometimes. It's Laneige. I don't know how you say it. Is it Laneige or Laneige? To be honest, the only reason I bought it is because it had Sydney Sweeney on it, and at the time I was like obsessed with Euphoria, which is like any you could slap like Anne Hathaway on this product and I probably would have bought it. And it's like, it doesn't really, but it does have SPF in it, which I thought was cool. And it's just like a simple like cream. So it's like the same thing as what I'm doing now. But I do like this one because it's not, like, I feel like it dries up a little more and it's not as dewy to the point where it gets kind of oily with this one. Because I feel like I do break out a little. Oh my God. I actually just realized that I have my old, my old Force Shield stick that I was just talking about. It's empty, but I can show you what it looks like. So this is what they would sell at Target. And it was like the Hero Cosmetics Force Shield, and it looks like this. And it looks literally like a stick of deodorant, but like, I swear, oh my God, there's like a little bit in here. I swear it was like the best thing ever, and I love it. Anyway, next up, I also have this one. It's a Yerba Mate Wake Up Eye Gel. And like I said, I'm not an expert, so I just like products. Okay, so they look like this. And it's this one. Actually, this is my newer favorite, the orange one, because it's a dark spot correcting, and I pick at my face so many times than I can count. And this is a red correct, so for pimples. I do have redness. This is the one I'll use. It's not bad in my opinion, but I do think I love this one better. And this is like a new one that they just came out with. So it just looks like this, and it kind of looks like a tinted moisturizer. But the best part, let me see if I can do it on camera, is it's supposed to cover up, like color correct the spots. So kind of like tinted moisturizer. For my nighttime routine, I actually only use like one product because I swear by this product so much. This is at least what's worked for me and why I haven't used anything else for the night. And this is another dark spot because anything that comes out that's cheap or like affordable enough with dark spots, I will buy it. This is from Tula. That was not a good one. Tula. And they sell it at Ulta, and I think Target's, if you have an Ulta in your Target, which I do. And it's the Go Away Acne Spot Treatment. I think it's like $20, which I know is like not the cheapest range of skincare, but I will say it's lasted me months because it's a dark spot treatment. So you only need a little bit for where you go. Although I kind of put it all over my face. Like I'll put dot here, and here, and here, and then I'll just do it. And that's all I do. But it used to be like so much worse. I used to have so much breakouts here, and it's been a few months now, and it's curled up. So I really do stand by it. Who's ready for some tea? Shroom tea. So I'm gonna do my makeup, or just a light natural makeup, which is what I kind of do as far as like my everyday routine, if I'm trying to keep it simple as well, as far as like mascara, eyebrows, whatever. And then we'll just have a chat. So my sister gave me Shroom tea, and it was 2 bags, and they're like 2 big bags, like this much. I wish I can like show you. I don't even have the container anymore or a picture. I think my roommate said it was Tweedledee tea, but I can't remember, so don't quote me. But it wasn't just shrooms. Like it was mixed with like peach and like herbal I can't remember the flavor, if it was like mint or whatever, and then like the mushrooms, and it was just little bits, but like, you know, little goes a long way. I had no idea. And me and Cody decided that we were gonna do 1 bag each. So usually I'll put, if I'm doing more of a everyday look, as far as like putting more detail to it, because I do like to go all out with my makeup, but it really does depend. And right now, since it's like a chill Monday, I kind of want to keep the makeup chill too. But I do recommend Rare Beauty. It's so fucking ugly, but Rare Beauty has came in clutch, because I've used like MAC. I went from like expensive ones at one point when I was really impulsive to like the cheaper ones, and I was so adamant on like, I hate all of them. They're so cakey, until I found Rare Beauty, and that's what I'm using now. But if I don't use Rare Beauty's blush. I do like Pixie, which is pretty simple. It's, if I was going for more of like chill too, I'll just do some blush here. And then it's like super simple. And I keep this one in my bag because it's kind of like, I do have a few everyday makeups that I keep in my bag, which I can show you after, that are like my touch-up necessities. So we decided to take one each, and instead of splitting it, which we totally should have, we didn't. We just took it straight. And I had cream and sugar in mine because I like to pretend that I'm British, and I like to think that I'm British. So as soon as, I think we took it around like 8. No! The reason that I was like squirting it is because this is the thing that I hate, is that it stains. And it's pretty proactive. So like if you don't dot it and like move your freckles to where you want them to go, they'll look ridiculous. Okay, so I just put them there. And if you don't like move them to where they need to go, like fast, then they'll end up blotchy like that. So far so good. Then we decided to, I put cream and sugar because, you know, like I said, British. And I think we did it around 8, and that was the hugest mistake ever because I've never taken a tea or like that, and like how to process how it would be. And in the beginning, I was like, oh, this is fine. It was supposed to take like an hour, and it did not. It actually kicked in within like 40 minutes, and from there it was like insane because as soon as I swear I was like 40 minutes in, I was telling Cody, I was like, you know, I feel a little like head pressure, and I think it's the mushrooms. I feel like I'm starting to get like symptoms of like head heavy and almost like in a daze. I'll do a little bit of that, and then I do like the e.l.f. brow lift because it's similar. It's like the dupe to Anastasia Beverly Hills is brow, and I think it really does make a difference. Like I use the brush that's like whatever you call it, and like you can see that it does smooth it out really well, which is like really nice. If they look uneven, that's all I can tell you. And then after we started feeling pretty like mellow, because it was like pressure and then it was some mellowness to it, and by mellow I mean like it was just like I started to feel very like my movements were a little more slower and I could feel myself relax a bit, but that was like the beginning because that's clearly not how it stayed. I also use this religiously. It's the NYX eyeliner, and I like to do dots with them. Simple like simple white dots because it's kind of like my go-to. Sometimes I'll do more intricate ones or like 3s. Sometimes I'll go from the inner, but it's just like dots are a little bit of like my staple. So when I'm at work, because I usually do my makeup like all out at work, people tell me like, is that from Euphoria? No. Also my face, because I have dewy moisturizer on, is so oily. Nobody believes me, but it's really easy to put glitter on. I do have this like NYX glitter. It's from this little pot right here, and I just like, you know, because my face is so oily that it slides on, and people think that I use a glue, but the glue is the feminine oils of beauty. I think I'm not gonna do mascara today. To complete this story in general, once it started kicking in, it was all fun and games. Like we were watching TV and it was like super chill. And then out of nowhere, it was like, oh, I remember the first one. Meatloaf, Cat, came up and not accidentally, but like I made the mistake of buying him his cat bag that was catnip scented. I know, he was already a crazy cat, but whatever. And he just started getting so wild that he ended up, I know he was being playful, but he ended up biting me. And I have like the slightest mark. I don't even think you can tell. It's like right here. I don't even think you can tell that much. But it was like 2 bites at the time. And it was so freaking cute because it looked like he was like, I'm seek vengeance. But like, it was like 2 little vampire bites. But I swear to you not, I was so out of it that I laughed so hard that like I almost felt like I could not breathe, because it was like that ad clenching laugh. And I stopped, but then Cody started laughing, which got me laughing, and then I'd stare at his face and he would continue laughing, and then it was just all around laughing. And then after that, my roommate wore his Halloween costume, so I started laughing again. And then it was like maybe 10 o'clock, and I was like, okay, this is still going on. I really thought like it would be done, which I realized that it would last longer than I thought it would. Did not realize that. And then it was like almost midnight, and there were so many times where I was watching TV, and the TV was like looking so trippy, and I was asking everybody, I was like, do you guys see like the TV kind of like acting a little weird? Like, is it almost like it's like drippy? And they're like, no. And I was like, okay, that's cool. Because that's how most of my night went, was me watching TV, and I was just like, what's going on? And then I was laughing uncontrollably, and I had to get up at 6. So as soon as it hit 12, I was not tired, which usually I am. Usually by like 12, I'm like, okay, bedtime, whatever. And as soon as I went in the room and I wasn't tired, I was like, okay, well, I need to lay down because I need to try to go to sleep. And for the life of me, I could not. It was like almost 1 by that point. And it went from laughing with like pleasure, like it was funny laughing, and it was like fun to be all fun and games about it, like whatever we laughed about, like because it was stupid stuff, it was like, oh, this character did something, and whether or not it was like hilarious, I was laughing and I would burst out. And it was almost like my body could not help that I was laughing. It was forced laughing over just like a random thing that had to happen. And by that point, it had gotten so much to the point that I was laughing so much, and then I would stop and laugh again, that it felt like torture. Because it got to a point where I would laugh and I'm like, okay, Cody, I cannot look at you because then I will laugh and then I won't go to sleep, and then I might cry laughing at the thought of you laughing at me. And it was just, I know that sounds so confusing, but it was so much like that. Like, it was so forced, and I was like, somebody help me, because I'm not tired. And it was almost like 3 or 4. I don't know when I went to bed, to be honest. It was 3, and I was like, I have to go to bed. I really do. And so I basically was like, okay, I can't look at you for the rest of the night because I won't go to bed. And at some point, I think I woke up at my alarm, but I knew I only got like a few hours of sleep. And I just like lugged myself. I didn't wear makeup, which usually I go out pretty much for work as far as eyes go, because I wear a mask. And I came to work and I was like, I am so tired. And it was the busiest Monday, so I don't know how I managed to go through that, but I did it. So, and now I'm here and I'm chilling. Yeah, that's pretty much how it happened. But I won't say that was a negative thing, I think if anything, I recommend to try it because I think it was a really cool experience. Like, I look back at it now, and I will say that the times that was like enjoyable, like the laughter, it was almost like bottled up laughter, because like I hadn't laughed that hard in so long. And I've heard from some people that the way that you handle that kind of influence will make or break you. Like, if you hang out with people and they're not a good influence, or if you decide negatively that it's going to be bad and you're nervous, it will be. But if you decide that it's positive, or you tell yourself like, oh, it's going to be so much fun, and then you go through it, I've heard that that your brain will take that influence and then make you have a good time for it. So I think I kept a pretty good mindset, at least as far as the beginning. And towards the end, I did feel a little worried, but it wasn't too much to where I was like scared. I think I had a great time. So it was really fun, and I would do it again, but if I didn't work the next day. I hope you enjoyed my skincare. I hope you enjoyed my story and my disastrous pomegranates, which I haven't even eaten yet because I just talk so much. But you can admire their beauty, I guess. Maybe I'll eat one now. Looks like an ASMR. Or what if nobody wants the ASMR? Oh well. But yeah, thanks for watching, and till the next time, moo!